Welcome back. Playhouse Gang, I'm Nyla,
And I'm Sloane,
and this is the Hidden Tea Podcast.
because as Summer Sprite,
The secrets never stay quiet. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell.
and if you want the real exclusives, early episode drops, behind the scenes content, and updates before anyone else, go over to patreon.com/Kata Playhouse.
Thank you guys for engaging in the poll this week. The results were 75% said sane and 25% said insane. Me personally, though, I think Sasha has lost her mind. But that's just me. Let's jump into this new episode.
This is episode 2 of season 2, Where is Pixie? We had so much to unpack in the first episode, but now we are here to unpack episode 2. Let's get started.
We start out with Diamond outside the apartment complex. It seems like she's just getting fresh air from the long night they just had. Then here comes Jade walking up. Diamond and Jade seem to be having a conversation, and then out walks out her apartment Michelle. Jade ends up getting a phone call, which appears to be her boy best friend Zay, so she ends up leaving.
Zay gets on the phone with Jade and asks for the tea. And what's the update on what's going on? Jade expresses to Zay that she thinks she got herself into something deeper than she thought, and she doesn't know what to do. Zay thought that Jade was only going down there to stir the pot, but turns out Jade is doing way more than stirring the pot. Zay said he's coming down there so he and Jade can figure something out.
Now, this is where Michelle starts putting two and two together. She's still outside with Diamond and asked her, "Is it just me, or did things start falling apart when Jade moved in?" Diamond told Michelle that she thinks she's overthinking and tripping, and Jade couldn't possibly know what's going on. Whole time, Michelle right.
Exactly, Michelle is right, and nobody else wants to see it that way. Between her and Kane, they both gotta go. Imani comes outside to ask them if anybody has heard from Sunny and if she got out of jail. Child, I forgot she was even in jail. Them arresting her because she wouldn't give up her phone is crazy, but hey.
The next scene is Tony going to see Kane after he got off the plane. Tony is confused and angry because he's been telling Kane he thought he was in too deep, but Kane didn't want to listen. Kane tells Tony that his baby mama is missing and Big Red took her. The fact he is even calling Pixie baby mama is so cringe to me. Tony gets to asking questions that need answers, and of course, Kane being Kane gets upset now. Him and Tony are into it.
Tony tells Kane that he is the reason all this shit is even happening in the first place. Kane comes back with Tony fucking all these hoes are the reason they're in this bullshit. Personally, I think it's more Kane than Tony, but what do I know? I also feel like this argument is stupid because this is not helping us figure out where Pixie is. Tony and Kane get into a whole argument about Sasha. Tony tells us that Sasha was just some hoe he was fucking on so she could do the dirty work. But Kane had to fuck around and fall in love with Sasha.
Kane proceeds to tell Tony that he did it for the business. And Tony straight up told Kane, "Fuck the business. It's over. The ballers have taken over." And that he is done working for Kane. He wants out the business. Kane is standing there speechless. And then we have a 3-year flashback. This flashback shows Sasha taking a pregnancy test, then coming out the bathroom to show Kane. She excited because it says positive, but Kane hasn't cracked a smile. Kane tells Sasha they can't have the baby because he doesn't know if it's his baby or his brother, which he is referring to Tony. Which brings us to this point now and why Sasha is crashing out about Pixie being pregnant and being able to keep her baby.
Coming up next is Rocky and Kirk. I believe Kirk is finally getting fed up with Rocky. Kirk calls Rocky into the living room to show him what the news article is saying about him. Rocky is so focused on being a good friend that he doesn't even realize his career is at jeopardy. Kirk tells him that he has to choose between his friends and his career. And Rocky tells Kirk he never cared to be famous as long as he has his music. Kirk threw up in Rocky's face a memory of Rocky coming into the studio, begging Kirk to listen to his music, and Kirk refused because he said it was garbage. Kirk tells Rocky that Pixie getting kidnapped is all Kane's fault, and the people that kidnapped her are the people that Kane is beefing with. I think deep down inside that Rocky knows this, he just doesn't want to believe it. Kirk tells Rocky he has a decision to be made, which leaves Rocky texting Kane asking if they can meet up.
Everybody is concerned about Pixie, from the boys to the girls. Zay finally makes it into town to talk to Jade, and chow, I don't know what Jade is going to do, seriously. She got herself in some shit, to be honest.
Zay gets to Jade's apartment and he gets straight down to business, asking Jade all the questions that she barely got the answer to. He asks Jade what happened, and she tells him Sasha got involved with Kano can't run a hood ass and shit went left. Which makes me wonder if Jade knows Kane outside of this friend group already.
That makes me wonder as well, because how does Jade know that Kane doesn't know how to run his hood, other than what Sasha explained to Jade? But anywho, Jade ends up telling Zay that she thinks she's going to have to snitch on Kane because that's the only way to clear her name. Zay tells her she ain't no snitch and that's not an option. Jade thinks she can leave an anonymous tip, but Zay is still worried about Sasha finding out.
Even though I don't like Jade, her snitching on herself is crazy. She isn't making sense at all. Like, girl, figure out another way because I fear if you snitch and Sasha finds out, Jade will be next to be unalived.
This was a very short episode because we are approaching the ending. It seems like everyone is in their dorm room and then boom, police come knocking on everyone's door, and next thing you know, they are back at the police station asking the police what the fuck is going on. What do you think about this episode?
I feel like it was short, but it also gave us exactly what we needed. We got to look into what the past was like for them. The flashbacks were a really nice touch. I still can't stand Jade, Sasha, or Kane, but maybe that will change this season.
I was just about to say the flashbacks were a nice touch. I definitely love them. I would say that I think Kirk is going to get a new artist if Rocky keeps playing around.
OMG, I was thinking that. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about this episode. What do you think is going to happen next? Head over to patreon.com/Kata Playhouse and vote on the poll right now. Do y'all think they are going to find Pixie alive or not?
And if you want exclusive content, early drops, behind the scenes tea, and insider updates, join the Tier Playhouse gang.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
See y'all next Monday for the next recap.